What sort of temptation is this, when she knows any man that cheats in this city will die? That was a thought stuck in Tola's head as he sat on the couch pretending to scroll his phone while the new maid walked back and forth across the living room. Her name was Amara. From the very first day, she never dressed like a normal house help. Short sleeves, tight clothes, crop tops inside the house, loose shorts when she cleaned. Nothing was technically wrong, but everything felt dangerous. Tola tried not to look, but everywhere he turned, she was there, bending to pick something, walking past him slowly. Stretching as she dusted shelves, his eyes would move before his brain could stop them. And every time he caught himself looking, fear would hit him right after. Because in this city, any married man who cheats dies. No one survives it. That week alone, Tola accidentally walked into the kitchen 3 different times when Amara was cleaning the floor. Each time he turned around quickly like he had seen fire, and he fell down once. One afternoon he walked out of the bathroom in a towel and froze. Amara was right there in the hallway. They both stopped. Silence. Then she calmly stepped aside and said, "Sorry, sir." Tola rushed into the bedroom and locked the door like his life depended on it. That night he couldn't sleep. He turned from side to side, blaming himself. "This girl will put me in the grave," he whispered. The next morning he finally confronted his wife. "Sade, are you sure we cannot hire another person?" Sade frowned. "Why? Has Amara done anything wrong?" Tola hesitated. She just doesn't dress properly in the house." Sade laughed softly. "You are the one that should control your eyes." That answer made him even more afraid. 2 days later, everything got worse. His company sent an email, remote work only. Indefinitely, Tola stared at the screen in shock. That meant he would now be home all day. With Amara. With temptation. With death watching closely. By the second week of working from home, things became torture. She cleaned near his desk. She passed behind his chair often. Sometimes she asked small questions, just to stay close. "Is this where the detergent goes, sir? Should I wash this with cold or warm water?" Then one evening, his friend Kunle visited. Kunle looked like a ghost, sweaty, thin, restless. Kunle pulled him aside and whispered, "I made a mistake last week." Tola felt cold. "I looked once too many times. Then I crossed a line." Kunle's voice shook. "They say I have only a few days left." 3 days later, Kunle collapsed at work, dead before reaching the hospital. Tola attended the burial shaking. And in that moment, Tola understood something clearly. He needs to do something to this crazy temptation. If not, he'll lose his life. "I cannot believe that my husband has not slept with this maid," said Sade as she paced in the living room, plotting what else to do to make it difficult for Tola to withstand Amara. Sade stopped walking and stared at the wall. Her face was not angry. It was disappointed. Her friend promised her this idea will work for sure. Yet her husband was still standing, still breathing, still fighting. And that was the problem. She picked up her phone and scrolled to a contact saved as D, her ex-boyfriend, the man she had never truly let go of, the man she wanted to return to freely, without guilt, without a husband in the way. She typed one sentence, "It's taking longer than expected." Back in the apartment, Tola was struggling in silence. Every day felt like a test. Working from home, seeing Amara move around, hearing Sade casually leave them alone together. Said had begun creating excuses. "I'm going to the market. I'll be back late. I need to help my sister." Again and again, she left Tola and Amara alone in the apartment. At first, Tola didn't question it. Then he started to notice. Sade also changed Amara's duties. She asked her to clean only when Tola was home. She asked her to cook only when Tola was in the living room. She even started telling Amara, "Dress comfortably at home, you work hard." Tola felt trapped. One evening, Sola returned home smiling. "What did you and Amara do today?" she asked casually. Tola stiffened. "Nothing," he said quickly. She laughed. "You're so tense. Relax." Later that night, Tola overheard something terrifying. While pretending to sleep, he heard Sade on the phone in the hallway whispering, "It's not working yet, but he is trying." Tola's heart began to race. Trying? Trying what? The next morning, he confronted Amara quietly. "Does my wife tell you to behave in certain ways around me?" Amara hesitated. Then she said it would help the house feel normal. That answer made Tola feel cold inside, because suddenly everything started to look planned. Amara started pretending to continue tempting Tola, and Sola was watching closely, happy, thinking her plan is still in motion. Amara is intensifying her work to seduce Tola, and Sade is so proud of her. Tola keeps fighting for his life. Tola stopped fighting blindly. He began to think. He reviewed every strange moment, every time Sade left him alone with Amara, every time she pushed situations closer, every time she smiled a little too calmly. Then the truth hit him. Sade wanted him dead, not by poison, not by a knife, but by the city's invisible law. If he fell, he would die, and Sade would be free. That night, Tola did something unexpected. He sent a message to a private investigator his company once worked with. Within 2 days, the truth came back. Sade had been secretly meeting her ex-boyfriend. Not often, but enough. She had been planning her escape quietly, without Tola, without guilt, using the curse as her weapon. Tola felt his chest tighten, but instead of confronting her, he stayed silent. He acted normal. Then he set his own trap. One evening he pretended to be weak. He allowed himself to be alone with Amara. He acted confused, overwhelmed, emotional. Sade watched from a hidden camera she had secretly placed days earlier. She smiled for the first time in weeks. "This is it," she whispered. "He's falling." But something happened that she did not expect. Tola stepped back. He drew a clear line and he said firmly, "This is where it ends." Amara froze. Then she said something that shattered everything. "I was told to push. I didn't know why." The footage was saved. The truth was captured. That same night, Tola confronted Sade. He played the video. Her face collapsed. The smile disappeared. He looked at her and said, "You were waiting for my death." She said nothing. There was nothing left to deny. By morning, Sade was gone. She had run to her ex-boyfriend. But the city does not ignore planners of death. The curse does not touch only cheaters. It touches those who cause the fall. 2 days later, Sade collapsed in a hotel room across the city. No illness, no wounds, just gone. Tola survived. He is now left with Amara, and he is having ideas. The investigation was closed quietly, and from that day forward, the city whispered something new. The law does not only punish desire, it punishes those who use it as a weapon.